Hi everybody. Hopefully you have no wrist pain, no shoulder pain throughout today's morning. And if you do have wrist and shoulder pain, be careful throughout practice and just take small pauses in between. I'm gonna mute everybody so you can just hear me. Let's begin. So flash your butt cheeks out and readjust yourself as your sitting bones go flat on a floor or on a block. Your knees are more lower than your hips, and then hands are resting wherever you find comfortable. Then you rearrange and focus on your spine. The lower back start to lift, the chest and sternum start to lengthen, and the eyes begin to get closed. First, find any necessary adjustment you need throughout the sitting and become comfortable in sitting. Stillness of mind comes from stillness of physical body. As the eyes are heavier and the body feels stable, it's time to focus on the breathing. Slow and deep and long inhale through the nose. And deep and long exhale through the nose. Becoming aware of inhalation and exhalation with their own pace. Just each time you want to focus on longer inhalation and a longer exhalation. You'll start to notice that you become more aware with time. Beautiful. Now bring your both palms to your heart center and spread out your fingers wide so your thumbs can come to center of your heart. This has to set intention for our practice. I would love to always do with Om chanting, but you can also use your own intention for your practice. Together, inhale. And gracefully drop your head forward. Grateful for yourself and to your practice. And slowly and gently release your hands somewhere that feel comfortable again. Always begin with joint movement to your practice. So let's start with the neck. Inhale, half circle to the right, and exhale, half circle to the left. But focusing on movement slowly from the one side to the another side and keeping your own pace. Also allowing your chin to move closer to collarbone, then towards the shoulder. For 5. Continue with your own side by side. 4. Nice. 3. 2. and then all the way to center 1. Linear motion. Inhale, lift the chin and head up. And exhale, chin comes to the collarbone. This is something which I do in every practice. Inhale, move the chin and head and neck up. And exhale, chin comes to collarbone. Repeat with your own pace for next 3, 2, beautiful guys, exactly like this, and 1. Inhale, chin and head all the way up, moving the shoulders back. And exhale, chin comes to collarbone, shoulders slightly round, drop the chin towards the collarbone. Then take your hands behind your neck, interlace your fingers. Create some resistance for your neck and your head. They're pressing against each other. Your palms is pushing against the head is pushing against the palms. Maybe try to bring the elbow towards each other more. 2 and 1. With the next inhale, push the elbows away, lift the chest and the head, look all the way up. And as you exhale the opposite, you start rounding from the upper back and dropping the head and neck down. Focus more on scapula. Inhale, the shoulder blade moves towards each other. And exhale, protract shoulder blades away from each other. Repeat with your own pace for 5. Become more aware of chest opening. 4. You will start to notice the breath is becoming deeper each round. 3, because you're doing chest open. 2. Continue. Nice. This last inhale, come all the way up as you inhale. Lift the chest and the head. And today we are working on arm balance, so we need shoulder movement. So exhale, hug the elbows to your ribs like cactus, but then take your hands and fingers over the shoulders and start to round from the front. Allow the elbows to meet in the front. And then inhale to open up your chest, look all the way up. Complete the circle. Exhale from the front. Inhale to arch and open up the shoulders. Continue for next 3. Move those shoulders in a circular motion. 2. And then go other way around. Exhale and then inhale to open. Exhale to round. So inhale from the bottom here. Exhale to complete the circle. Inhale to open. Exhale to circle for next 2. 1 last round. Inhale and exhale. Round all the way around, all the way around. And inhale all the way up. Then take those hands behind to interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders and lift the chest and the head. But look at my hands. They want to push downward towards the mat so your chest can open more. Now, take your time to inhale first. And as you exhale, begin to forward fold, stretch, and move those shoulders in the front. 4. Beautiful. 3. Stay. 2. Hold. And 1. Inhale. Come all the way up, reaching your both hands up in air. Reach the arms all the way up. Twist. The right hand outside of the left hand behind on the mat. Inhale first to lengthen your spine. You can remove the blocks now. And exhale, twist, rotate your ribs. You can micro bend your left elbow so your ribs will twist more deeper for 3. Beautiful. For 2. And then 1. Next inhale, sweeping the hands over the head. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, switching the hands only. Switch the hand. Then inhale to lengthen your spine first. With an exhalation, you start to bend the right elbow and ribs start to twist. 3. 2. and 1. Inhale, sweep your both hands up in air, and then take your hands to the front. We need some wrist rotation, so make fist and start to do clockwise rotation for 4. Move those wrists in a clockwise. 3. Really paying attention to the rotation all the way complete. 2, and then other way around and counter clock. 3, 2, 1. Inhale to reach the both hands up in air. This time we're going to lean forward. Let the belly come closer to your thighs. Stretch the hands to the front first. All the without dropping them. Lengthen the spine. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen. Go lower, lower, lower. And with the time, you can drop the palms on the floor. Inhale. Lift the chest once again up. And then start to walk those hands forward without using the hands, just the chest. And start sliding the hands forward. So you start lengthening yourself. Imagine your hips wants to push back and your hands want to reach more forward. So your belly will automatically go flat and you'll start to lengthen your spine. 2 and 1. Walk your palms back to you. And we're going to unfold our legs. Today we are working into our arm balance. So we're going to straighten the legs first halfway and slowly straighten them. Low boat. This is, if you've been to my students, you know that this is a drill we always do. And I want you to lower down with your spine, with the lower back. But don't rest your upper shoulders or your hands and stretch your hands forward. 4. Toes pointing forward. 3. Nice. Stay. 2. We're almost there. And 1. Try to bend the knees. Come all the way up. Use your abdominals. And this time we're going to keep the knees here. Only lower the spine. You can drop the shoulders. Now, keeping the knees slightly tucked to your chest. We're doing something different this time. Start using your hands to lift as high as you can. Try to protract the scapula. Push them away. Round them to the back. And exhale, drop the shoulders down without dropping the head. Only the shoulders drop. Let's begin together. We're going to this time straighten the knees as well as. Inhale up. Exhale. Repeat. 5. Continue. I will count for you. 4. Continue. 3. Continue. 2. Continue. Last 1. All the way up. Straighten the legs. Straighten the legs. Then let the right leg come at 45 degrees in the front. Right toes pointing forward. Bend the left knee towards your chest to take the hands behind, interlace the fingers. And now you know that. You're going to use your right elbow to tap the left knee as you exhale. Then you inhale back to center. You're going to switch. And you're going to exhale, switch the elbows. Repeat. Continue with your own pace. 10. With your own pace. 9. No need to wait for my count. 8. Exhale to bring the elbows to knees. 7. 6. Control the body, toes pointing forward. 5. Slow movements with control. 3. 2. Let's say hello to the audience, Gaya. And 1. All the way forward. Both legs goes in the front. This is the last one. And then hands goes to the front the same way we started for last 3. 2. 1. This is the way. We're going to sit the both legs up in air at 90. Sink them all the way back. And then find a motion to come all the way forward into a tabletop. Readjust your hands, spread out the fingers wide, drop the knees. You can see my dog behind sitting, I don't know why. Spread out the fingers, let the shoulders go over the wrists, knees under the hips. Focus on the spinal movements. Rolling from the belly, lifting the chest and the head. As you inhale, look all the way up. From the tailbone, you'll start to round, you'll suck your belly, you'll hunch your spine, you will drop the head. Starting from the tailbone, roll the tailbone, then the belly. Chest and head moves in the end. Then the base of the spine, round from the tailbone, sucking the belly, hunching the spine, drop the head. Continue on your own with your own pace for 5. 4. Beautiful, guys. Exactly like this. 3. Nice. 2. Starting all the movement from the lower back. Yes, from the tailbone. 2. And 1. This last inhale, you're going to come all the way up. You will lift your chest and you lift your head all the way up. First, you will push your both hips to the right. Then you'll look far away to the left shoulder. Then you will back to center with the inhalation. And you're going to switch while you exhale to the other side. Then you'll come back to center. And then you'll use your wrist facing forward and your fingers facing towards your knees. We'll work on those wrists and forearms a little bit more. Now, you will use your toes to tuck on the mat, so not resting them, keeping them engaged. Shift the weight forward as you inhale. With an exhalation, you're going to send your hips back to your heels, so you stretch your wrist and your forearms. When you inhale forward, give a challenge for yourself by lifting the both feet off the floor, just on the palms if you could. And then exhale, hips goes to the heels. Let's repeat this for next 3. Slowly forward, toes off if you could. Exhale back. We got 2 more. Shifting the weight forward. And exhale. This will be the last for us. Shift the weight forward. And exhale. Hips to the heels and hold for 3. 2. 1. Shift the weight forward. Stay to the center. Only switch your hands. So the right hand will flip over. The right fingers will face towards the left. And the goal will be just straightening the right elbow. That's it. If you want, you can make fist with your right hand and repeat this. You could make fist with the right hand and repeat. And then you're going to switch your hands. Release the right hand. Take the left hand the same way. And switch. 3, 2, and 1. And release. Now, fingers facing forward, spread out the fingers wide. Now, when we work on arm balance, for sure we need a chest opening, shoulder strength, but we also need that hip mobility. So let's work on the same drill. Inhale, lifting the right leg off the floor, right toes pointing up to the sky, looking all the way up. And then start rotating just one time, like last hip opening class. Hug the knee from the outside, tap the knee in. Inhale all the way back up. We've been doing circles. So exhale forward with the right, making a circle, and then inhale goes up. This will be one more round to repeat. Exhale, open up the hips, inhale back to center, all the way up with the right leg. And now twist. Open the hips. Look over to your left shoulder. Look over to your left shoulder towards your right toes. 3, 2, 1. You could watch me. First, spin the left foot to the side. Then drop the right leg back. Then move the hips forward. And reach the right hand up in air. Mini wild thing. 2, and 1. The right palm goes on the floor. Right leg off the ground. All the way up. Back to center. And now see. Let's see if you could shift your weight on your right palm and extend your left hand to the front. All the way forward. Find balance. First, take your time to lift that left hand more higher, more up. The right leg goes more up. Then hug your knees to your elbow and tap them together. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Nice, Alessandra. Inhale, open up. We go one last round, knee to elbow. Inhale, open up, more higher, stay. If you could, catch your right ankle with that left hand. And lift the right leg more up. The way to lift the right leg is push that right calf away from your butt cheeks. You will notice the right leg is more higher and stable for 3. Nice. 2, and 1. Control. Release the left hand and the right leg. The left hand goes on the floor. And then you use the right leg to step outside of that right palm. And now we're going to work the same way. First, we're going to straighten the knee. We'll lift the right toes off the floor. You might have done this multiple times throughout your practice. And as you exhale, you'll push forward, but really pushing that left hip. Watch my left hip start to sink, and you lift the chest and exhale. The only difference is this time, repeat. The right foot is outside of your right palm, not inside. Exhale forward. This will help to gain more mobility on your hips while you kick up. And repeat for 3. Repeat for 2. You inhale, you push your hips forward. You exhale, you straighten the knees. 2. And the last one, inhale, lift the chest and the head, look all the way up. And then we will tuck our left toes, lift the left knee off the mat. And then we'll start to swing the right leg up in air, right toes pointing. Then open up the right hip, look underneath the right armpit, twist with your hips. Scorpion tail twist. 3, 2, 1. It's time to bring the knee to the nose. Exhale forward. 1. Inhale back up. Exhale 2. Inhale back up. Exhale 3. Inhale back up. Beautiful, guys. Exhale 4. Inhale back up. This is last one. Exhale 5. Hold. 3. Shift the weight more forward like a plank. 2 and 1. Inhale all the way up with the right leg and find your first chaturanga towards the mat. You can bend your both elbows. You can keep the right leg off, up to you. Inhale upward facing and into downward facing dog. Then you again will drop your knees onto your mat and we'll repeat the left side. Inhale, first lift the chest and the head, look all the way up. Then we'll exhale, we'll hunch and round our spine. Then we'll go with the left side. Next, inhale, our left leg lift up. You will look all the way up. And then we'll do a circle by using the left foot to the side, opening up the left hip. Inhale, reach up. And we'll repeat 2 more rounds. As we will exhale, we will finish the circle. As we will inhale, we'll arch. The last one to exhale, open up those hips. Inhale to lift the left leg. Now twist. Look over to your right shoulder towards the left toes. 3, 2, 1. First, spin the right foot to the side. Then drop the left leg back. Move the hips. Reach the left arm up to that mini wild thing variation. 3. Stay. 2. And 1. From there, the left palm goes on a floor, keeping that left leg off the mat, but lifting the left leg more higher, pointing the left toes towards the head. Then taking the left palm to the center, readjusting the right hand in the front, finding balance. The right hand goes forward, but reach the right hand more up, more up. First stay, then elbow to knee, exhale 1. Repeat, inhale, elbows to knee 2. Inhale and exhale. We got 1 last. Inhale, exhale. Stay, then lift, and once again open up the hands and feet. Open up the hands and feet, and then see if you could grab your ankle. Catch your ankle. Push that right calf away from your butt cheeks. 3. You could bring your right palm, left palm more to center, Catherine. 2. And 1. The right palm goes on the floor. And then we're going to keep that right leg lifted as we inhale. With an exhalation, we're going to step forward outside to the left palm. We'll straighten up the left knee as we'll sink our hips back. And we'll push those hips forward as we will inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to sink. If you'll watch me, what I'm doing is I'm readjusting my right leg every time so I can move more forward with my hips. It's like mostly like a lizard. And exhale back. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. The last. Inhale. And now stay. Now from here, we're going to use our left foot to come in, tuck the right toes off the floor, lift that left leg up in air, left toes pointing. Twist, open up your hips. Look underneath that left armpit. Scorpion tail twist. 2 and 1. Knee to nose. Exhale. 1. Repeat. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Last. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Up. 1 last. Exhale. 5 and hold. 3. Knee to nose. 2 and 1. Inhale. Sweep the left leg up in air and find your way with an exhalation to Chaturanga, the way you feel comfortable. 1 leg off, both legs on the floor, crossing leg behind, upward facing, finish the transition, and into a downward facing dog as you exhale. This is a time when you want to breathe, start focusing more deeper on your Ujjayi breath, and start moving your legs. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee. First down dog is for a movement. Maybe the wrist wants to move. So you can lift your right wrist off, then make circles. Maybe you want to move your hips while bending your knees side to side. From that joint movement warming up, it's time to add our sequence here. And this is why awareness of Ujjayi makes more sense here for next 4. Breathe. 3. Spread out your fingers, grip the ground. 2 and 1. Today we'll also try to add some jumps to improve on the jumps. So what you're going to do is you're going to look forward between your both hands. For the first round, just lift those heels off the ground. Make sure the hips are goes very higher. Micro bend the knees without dropping the hips. And then take your right foot outside of the right, left foot outside of the left. Like Malasana, halfway. Drop the hips, look forward. And we'll try to repeat this with jumps. Inhale and exhale, walk back. We'll repeat at least 5 rounds of these, but each time we'll improve the last one. So lift the heels, micro bend the knees. This time slide jump, Malasana, back to down dog. The goal should be to go more controlled in Malasana. So lift the heels, micro bend, and jump back to downward facing dog. Repeat on your own. More each time, more control with the jump. Let's repeat for 5. I'm just going to count for you. You do as many rounds as you can. Control each time. 4. Feel more lighter on your jumps. The only way you do is by elevating the hips more higher. 3. We're almost there. 2. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Now the same thing, instead of Malasana, the feet will be together, and instead of Malasana, it's a forward fold while you jump. So inhale, lift the heels, micro bend the knees, step or jump in front of your mat. Back to downward facing dog. 3 more rounds. Control, lift the hips. Micro bend the knees and jump. Back to downward facing. 2 more rounds like this. Lift the heels, micro bend. Take your time, control, no need to rush. And the last round for yourself. Take your time, inhale. And exhale, jump. Halfway lift afterward, and then forward fold all the way down. So inhale, halfway lift. After the jump, come into the front of your mat. And exhale, fold forward all the way down. So first forward fold, not really need to stretch all the way, and just relax the head down. Relax the palms on the floor. Just make sure the hips wants to lift more higher. Straighten the knees with time. Then bring your right palm to the center. Now, when the right palm comes to the center, you want to bend that left knee and start twisting and then reaching that left hand up in air. 2, 1. Switch. 2 and 1. Release. Inhale, halfway lift, and one more time, deepen the forward fold as you exhale. We are working on strengthening since it's arm balance. So we're focusing on more on chair pose in sun salutation B. So sweep your both hands up in air, sink the hips down into chair, Utkatasana. Now keeping your hips sink more without leaning forward, lift the chest. And I've already feel my quads are engaging and burning. So lift those heels, come to tippy toes, find balance. Lift the heels more up, come more to tippy toes. 4. Stay. 3. Stay. 2. And stay. 1. Only drop the heels, then take your hands behind to interlace the fingers. Straighten the knees now. Now lift the chest and the head. And now with an exhalation, start to sink and forward fold by using the hands forward to stretch. The shoulders goes in the front. Lean forward. And this is the last round. Again, swing the hands down. Relax the hands on the floor. Then sweep once again into chair. Utkatasana with the belly rising. Moving the upper body without changing the hips. Once again, lift the heels first. Exhale, drop the heels down. Take the hands behind. Interlace the finger. Straighten the knees. Wave as you inhale. And with an exhalation, forward. Stretch the shoulders. We'll repeat the last one. First, bend the knees. Send the hands to the side, touching the floor. Inhale into chair. Utkatasana. From Utkatasana, lifting and elevating the heels. Stay. But this time, send your hands forward in the front. Send your hands forward in the front and bring your chest back to you. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, forward fold all the way down onto your mat. Inhale, halfway lift and find your way into Chaturanga, step or jump. Upward facing. Into downward facing dog. Here is the time we're going to start introducing our standing asanas into our practice, and then we'll start focusing on some arm balance throughout the practice. Lift the right leg up in the air, right toes pointing up. And use your hands to push the mat away so the right leg can lift more higher. Forget about squaring the hips. You will focus on elevating the right hip flexor. So open up as higher as you can. Then bend your right knee and twist. Open up your hips. Look underneath the right armpit like a scorpion tail twist. 3. Exactly like this, guys. Yes. 2. And 1. Only one time the knee goes all the way forward to your elbow. Right elbow. Tap. Inhale all the way back up. This time to the left elbow, opposite. Tap. All the way back up. This time to the nose. Exhale forward and hold. 3, 2, and 1. Step forward between the both palms and inhale into a high lunge. Sweep the both hands up in air. First, we're going to focus on shoulders. So take the hands behind to interlace the finger, roll the shoulders down, send the hands back, slide, arch, and then doing humble warrior by allowing the self to fold over to the front right leg. Move those shoulders forward for 3. Stay. 2. And one. Once again, inhale, sweep your both hands up in air into a high lunge. Then lift the right heel off and sink all the way back into Skandasana towards the left. You might bind your hands behind if you could. 3. Open up the chest, look far away to the right shoulder if you're binding your hands. 2. And 1. Hard part to go back up. So we really need lower body strength. So let go of your hands first. Then you shift the weight forward. Look at my feet. I'm shifting my weight forward without using the hands. Spin the left heel. Inhale into an high lunge. This time I will drop the left knee and I'll hook my left elbow outside of my right thigh. Left elbow outside of the right. And then you use your right hand, just not there to hang. Push it in and hook the elbow more. Join the palm twist. Stay in the twist. Try first binding. See if you can take the left hand underneath the right thigh and the right hand behind the waist. If binding is an option, it's amazing. If not, just tuck your toes and lift the left leg off the floor. Left knee off the floor. Beautiful, guys. Everybody, yes. 4. Breathe. 3. I know it becomes a little hard to breathe here. 2. And 1. After twist, release the hands once again into a high lunge. Sweep the both hands up in air. And from high lunge, the palms goes onto your mat. Now you'll readjust the right leg slightly under your chest. And focus with the left leg. Swing the left leg up in air into a standing split. And exhale, drop down. Repeat. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, drop down. Now, standing split and lift the right heel off the floor. And exhale, drop down. Now, standing split, keeping the right knee bent. Keeping the right knee bent and add kicks. 1. Kicks. 2. Beautiful. Kick. 3. Kick. 4. On your own. Kick. 5. Control each time. 6. Nice. Kick. 7. 8. 9. And last, Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing. Into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Before we go to the left, breathe. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. It's time to move with the left. Lift the left leg up in air, left toes pointing up. Use your hands to push away from your mat so the left leg goes more higher. Then bend your left, twist, open up your hips. Look underneath that left armpit for 3. For 2. And for 1. We'll do 1 time. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Inhale, back up. Knee to the right elbow. Inhale, back up. This time we'll hold so slow. Knee to the nose and stay. 3. 2. 1. Step forward into high lunge. Sweep your both hands up in air. Let's see if you remember. From high lunge, taking your hands behind to interlace the finger. You will roll the shoulder. You will arch as you inhale. And then you will do humble warrior. Exhale, fold. Stretch those shoulders towards the front. For 3. Stay. 2. And 1. With the next inhalation, inhale into an high lunge. Sweep the both hands up in air. Remember, Skandasana to the right leg, all the way sink back. If you could bind, use an option to bind. And then look far away to the left shoulder behind. 3. Nice, guys. 2, 1. It's time to see if you could go back into high lunge without using your hands. So bend that right knee, shift the weight forward into a high lunge, all the way up. Then drop the back knee on the floor and twist. Hook the opposite elbow outside of your thigh. First twist, then try to bind the hands if you could. Exactly. Catherine, yes, Yum, this side is a little tighter. Yes, Alexandra. If you could, tuck your toes, lift your back knee off the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Strong hands. Inhale all the way back up into a high lunge. Sweep your both hands up in air. And then from high lunge, we're going to go down to the palms on the floor. And then we're going to focus on standing split. Readjust the left leg. Inhale, lift the right leg up in air, standing split. Exhale down. Repeat. Just the standing split first. Repeat for 3. Repeat for 2. And start adding your kicks now. 10, kick. 9, this side might feel a little weird and different. 8, 7, each time more control in the kick. 6, if you could find balance all the way up, stay find balance halfway up. 4, nice, Yum. 3, 2, and last chaturanga as you exhale back. Upward facing dog as you inhale, into downward facing dog as you exhale, and just take a small child's pose to catch your breath, so you're not out of your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. In 3, 2, and 1. It's okay, Gaia. And 1. Release. We're going to stretch your hands forward and find your way and once again into a downward facing dog. Okay. Now from down dog, since we added a couple of standing posture, we'll start to focus on our forearms. So you can drop your right forearm onto your mat and keep the left forearm stay like this. So keep the right forearm onto the floor and the left forearms will readjust under. Your left elbow remains over top of your left wrist. Now, first goal is to see if you could able to lift the left leg off the floor and then adjust the left knee over top of your left tricep. You could watch me first if you want. Look, I'm using my left leg to lift up, and I'm using my left knee to adjust on top of my left tricep. Then here is the key. Look at my right heel. I'm shifting the weight forward with my right heel and then trying to find balance here. If I could, I'll take my right leg off the floor by right toes pointing. Then I'll drop my right leg and release, and I'll switch my legs. Let's drop. Let's do the same together, one time together. Left forearm on the right forearm on the floor. Lift the both legs off. Drop. Now lift the left leg up in air and drop it on top of your left tricep. The only thing with you guys is your elbows. Your hands are too forward. Look at your left hand. Watch one more time. Watch my left elbow before we move forward because it's hard to just do online. If my left elbow remains too forward, there's no way you could drop your elbow here. You want to readjust the right hand behind, further back. So your shoulder, elbow make 90 and elbow, wrist make 90-degree angle. And then it becomes easier to drop the leg. Let's try to shift the left leg over. Yes, now it's better. It's like a tripod headstand. Nice. Then shift the weight forward, stay for a couple of seconds. And if you could, shift the weight more forward and lift the one leg off the floor. One side will be very harder for you. 3 will be challenging. Stay. 2, nice, guys. And 1, release. Take a look on the other side, how the other side feels. Might be this side is easier because your right side is supporting your knees. Yes, nice, Kathleen. Nice, Yam. Drop, drop the right knee on top and start shifting the weight forward. If you could, lift the back leg. If not, stay there. Very nice alignment, Alexandra. 3, 2, 1. Release. Downward facing dog. And from down dog, walk your hands all the way back to you into Malasana. Nice, Alexandra. Spend some time in Malasana, move side by side. We'll practice crow a couple of times. Before this, we're going to move our wrist in a clockwise rotation. So normally what I always do in your Malasana is this stretch, which helps me release my shoulders. You'll take your right hand and you will only the right wrist, just the right wrist. The right wrist goes behind. And then the right shoulder will move inside. And we'll stretch for a couple of seconds. And then we'll do same for the other. If you're very keen to explore, you could try both elbows at the same time. A full chicken. And then you could even try to bring your knees towards each other so your elbows can stretch more deeper. 2. And we all look like proper chicken now. And 1. Release the head. Okay, it's time to work on our crows. Let's practice the crows. The only way to really work on crows and arm balance is just to practice every single day. So let's bring the both feet slowly slightly in, readjusting the knees over the tricep, palms on the floor, shift the weight forward. The easiest thing, if you're still struggling with the crow, is to have higher hip lift. And the only way to do is stay on a block or something with the toes. Adjust the hands, adjust the knees over the tricep, one toe pointing, forward by other toe pointing. Let's focus. 5, 4, you could repeat a couple of rounds. 3, 2, 1. Back to Malasana. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Walk your hands forward into downward facing dog. We'll do one small transition into a plank. Shift the weight forward. Find your way into Chaturanga. Slowly exhale to an upward facing and then into a downward facing dog. Now we're going to start moving forward from here. So one more time, lift the both heels off the floor, micro bend the knees, step or jump in the front of your mat, half wall lift. The same way we came, exhale, forward fold. You could grab your ankles and you sink down. With the next inhale into chair, Utkatasana, bend your knees, sweep your both hands in the air. From here, we're going to sink all the way down with your hips. And then drop the hips down onto your mat into boat pose, Navasana. Straighten the both legs up in air, hands goes by side, toes pointing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Low boat, feet goes lower, hands goes forward, the spine goes on the floor. 4, yes, exactly like this, Alexandra. 2, 'It's not the zoom, it's just I stopped counting and exhale, relax all the way down. Go all the way down. First, hug your right knee to your chest, take your time. And allow the right knee to hug closer to your chest. And then with an exhalation, you drop it to the side to twist. And it's the opposite side, the left. To the left side to twist, not to the right. To the right leg to the left side, the opposite side to twist. 3, 2, One. Back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. And release. Switch. Hug the other knee to chest. And let it twist to the other side. Four. Three. Two. One. Back to center. Then hug your both knees to your chest. First, send your both legs back into Halasana plow pose. So slowly drop the leg all the way back. And then you would support your shoulder, support your lower back, and then come into shoulder stance slowly all the way up with the legs. Walk your elbows more in. Five, four, three, two, and one. Drop the legs back into Halasana plow once again, one at a time. If you can interlace your hands behind on the mat, do same. If not, support the lower back. Two. Nice, Alexander. That's a nice variation by just adding one leg at a time. Two. One. Drop your knees now close to your ears. Karnapidasana. Three. Two. And one. Slowly first relax your up hands on the floor, then keeping your knees onto the ground or knee to the chest, and slowly relax your upper back, mid back, and lower back gently onto the mat. The knee remains bent. Then straighten the legs in the front. Take time. And repeat a fish pose by placing the palms underneath the butt cheeks, lifting the chest and head up as the legs go straighten in the front and toes goes pointing as a counter pose of your inverted positions. Four, three, two, and then exhale, relax, release. Before we finish the session, for sure, we're gonna work into inversions as headstand. So hug your knees to your chest, roll a couple of times spine. If you are in the practice of headstand, then you don't need a wall. If you never did a headstand and you're still struggling, choose a wall behind and let's practice our headstand first. We'll repeat 2 rounds of headstand. First round would be 30 seconds there to wake up your whole nervous system, and second round is just to play around as long as you could hold into headstands. Nice, yeah. Yes, on the wall. Yeah, to face into the wall. Yes, face into the wall. Headstand, Alexandra, not handstand. Head. I mean, you could try a handstand in the end on the wall. Nice. First is just to stay for 30 seconds around this time, 10 to 15 to 30, somewhere in between. You can play around with your legs by opening them, by pointing them to the side, by adding a butterfly upside down by bringing your feet together, adding a variation by hugging your knees into tuck position, to chest, then going up from there with straight legs again. Then opening your leg back and forward, one right back, left forward. back and forward. Nice, Alexandra. Nice, nice, nice. Switching them. Then once again, hugging your both knees to your chest, and you're gonna slowly come down all to into child's pose. Relax. This last round, which we're gonna repeat after this, it could be a headstand or it could be a supported wall headstand, where you're trying to hold yourself as long as you can. So either choose a last headstand variation as tripod or something else. You could use some transition from tripod into a crow to work on, or you could choose an handstand to practice in the end. We call this as playtime in two classes. So let's just try to work on our playtime for next, I don't know, 5 more minutes. I'll watch you and see if something I could help you with this because I'm not there, but nice. Yeah. Nice, Katerine. Go more closer to the wall, Alexandra. Then you might feel more safer. Nice. Yes. Keeping one leg on the wall, Alexandra, one leg a little bit more forward. More forward. More. Better here. Here. Nice. Nice, Katerine. Nice, yeah. Why not trying when you stay already here, Yum? Why not trying to drop one leg? Yeah, both leg already doing. Yes. Nice, Katerine. Isolate your shoulders more, Katerine. Like push the shoulders off the room. Yeah, exactly like this. Yes. Nice, Alessandra. Beautiful. Move your wrist. Take your last time. It's last 1 more minute. You could play around if you want to have one more round of headstand, handstand, or any variation. Try pinchas if you ever did pinchas before. Beautiful. It's time to rewind ourselves into our savasana. So slowly lay down to your mats first. One more time, you're gonna lay yourself by hugging your knees to your chest. Remember, before savasana, always a twist again. So hug your knees to your chest. Maybe side by side, you wanna move. Adding a happy baby or adding a twist after a happy baby would be a great option to end your practice. So any kind of twist, knee to chest or an eagle twist, any twist will work. To the right and then to the left side as well. And slowly after this, lay down on your mat in Savasana. Allow yourself to completely relax in your hands. First, focusing on stillness of your body. If you really see Savasana work very beautifully for the body. It helps you to completely relax as well as after the practice, but also helps you connect more deeper with the second practice, which is practice of pranayama, which comes after asana. It's like a bridge between asana and pranayama. So, in able to really work with savasana, you need to able to understand the layers of savasana. And a lot of books and a lot of explanation of savasana goes differently, but one of my favorite, explained by Yoga Nidra by Swami Satyananda Saraswati Ji, he explains that savasana must feel heavy in your body, so your breath can be lighter. And to experience the heaviness in body, you must imagine body is getting heavier towards the floor. So as your eyes get closed, imagine the distal area feel this much easier first, like your hands and your feet. Imagine they are completely in stillness, and then they start grounding. And you will notice this grounding and the stillness and heaviness will go all along the body. And when this happens, you will notice your breath is the most lightest at that point. I'll give you space for at least a minute and a half to observe this. Once again, focus on my voice. A reminder that you are still in the space of practice, and it's time to take some long and deep breath use. So belly will automatically lift as you inhale, and it will sink as you exhale. After 2 or 3 deep inhalation exhalation, that will be the time to really break the stillness of Savasana by moving toes and the ankles. Wrist and fingers. Now it's time to lengthen yourself away from the stillness by stretching your hands and feet back and forward. Really allowing your body to lengthen. Then hugging your knees to your chest. Maybe rolling side by side for the first couple of seconds. And then choose the shoulder, right or left, to roll over. And with the help of opposite palm, you can on your own sit into a cross-leg Bakasana with the eyes remaining completely closed. First, you want to sit straight and tall. Then, focusing on inhalation and exhalation through the nose. Then palms to the heart center. And finishing our practice with an Om and Krisha. Together, inhale. Oh. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dropping the head forward. Grateful for yourself and to your practice. Rub your palms together. Your face and your eyes. Forehead and top of the head. The neck, the shoulders, massaging down to the bicep, tricep, forearm, wrist. Over to the chest to the belly. Mid back to the lower back. The butt cheeks, the knees, the thighs. Shin all the way down to your toes. In the end, you once again drop your head down. Then you slowly open the eyes, you look at the floor. Then you reach your head upright. And then you take one last inhalation. And exhale through the nose. Namaste. Hope your day will spend and will go amazing. And more love and light will come into your life. Enjoy the day, everybody. Goodbye till the next time.